Akku here again, welcome back to Utopia³. I'm going to start off this episode by turning my mob farm off and see if it works properly. And yeah, it seems to turn off alright. So that's good. What I've done, I've messed around a little bit in there, and I think, yeah, they're all full. Interesting. I think I've left this on overnight, and my mob farm's actually all full. I messed around a little bit. What I've done is, I'm not sure if it was the light causing the issue, so what I've done is I've come under each one of these and I've put a little red ally Project Red repeater there set to 32 ticks, which is just a little under 2 seconds, and that's done, that switches the light on, so when the care staff comes across, the light goes out after a couple of seconds. When it comes back, which I think might have been the issue, when it comes back the light doesn't come on for nearly 2 seconds. So it gives a chance for the care staff to go back before the light hits it. I think it might have been the light setting making the care staff react. Does that make sense? It seems to have worked, so I don't want to turn it on and off too many times to tempt fate, but I've left that running overnight, and I'll come back to a couple of things down here in a minute, but for now I'm just going to run upstairs. And what we've got is, I actually really like this little elevator system. I could put my open block elevators back in. In fact, if you look across over here, I have put them back in over here. Look, so I've just, all the ones that was across on the other side are down here now. See this little empty area I've got under my base here now. I have to do something with that. I might have to make a little lake or something down here. So yeah, I've got them there. And I'll speak, well, I remember making steel in that, no need. What I can do is, let me head, there's hardly out in here by the way. I'm going to knock this down, start again with it. I'm thinking of maybe redoing my Titan build from my Unleashed series, because I fancy doing the Titan with carpenter blocks and chisel. So I want to see how that goes. Now I've just been run a couple of bees in here. I've got some stuff for bees to talk about. I might not do much in this episode. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I might not do stuff. One thing I noticed, check this out, vines actually go on the slope, carpenter slopes and stuff, even on the corners and stuff. Look at that, just one on the corner there. Sexy that, innit? So I was messing around throwing a few vines on that, see how it looks. I don't know if I like it, to be honest, but anyway, let's head back to the main base, and as you can see, some up on the roof there. And that's part of what I've been doing yesterday. Now this video is coming out late because yesterday I spent like hours just doing some prep work and it took ages, so in the end I didn't actually get a chance to make a video, because by the time I'd done the prep work my eyes was hurting a bit, so I kind of stopped. So I've not actually done a video to come out Saturday normal time, so I'll be putting out UHC, which you've already seen of course, but I'm going to put this out later on Saturday anyway, or maybe this might be my Sunday video, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, what was I saying, Mob Essence, I left it on overnight, and if you check up there, I made a couple of these storage monitors, and we can see I have got 20 barrels of fuel, so the fuel stopped, and there's also 20 barrels of Mob Essence in there, so it's 21, so the level limiter's kicked in there as well. That's weird. When I look at them, I get in my console, I get a null pointer exception. Oh, it's that one. When I look at that one that's not got anything set, I get a lot of console spam. I have to set something in there. So this is all stopped at the minute because everything's full. Oh, I didn't change that to a nice clear one. So yeah, I've got loads of fuel. I've got loads of Mob Essence. So I can actually turn this off. I've got loads of loot as well. I've got iron swords to deal with. Let's just bin them. Now the problem with having these care staff farms is you get loads of mob loots, which as you can see you need to set to throw away in your overflow, and that'll bin them now. Look, so they won't be in there again. That's good. And no more mob loots. No. So part of what I was saying to you today was, do I want to go on with that yet? Yeah, let's go on with that. I made this guy, after watching Nemson's video yesterday, he made a trading post, and I've used one of these before. I had one of these in, I've had one of these in a couple of series actually, in Feed the Beast 1.5 and Unleashed I had one of these. And I've got one villager down here Sit back down here a sec. I've got one villager. He's trapped in there, poor guy. Hello, guy. How are you doing? And oh, speaking of this, I've got the next couple of things as well. I got Ocelot. There's Ocelot. Hello. Meow indeed. Excuse me. And I got Wolf. And I didn't want to kill cats and dogs on camera, so I did them off camera. So all I'm missing is Villager and Iron Golem. Now Iron Golem, I'm gonna have to start making. I'm gonna have to make some kind of Iron Golem farm because the grinder doesn't kill them. In fact, the auto spawn doesn't spawn them. Villagers is the opposite. The grinder won't kill them. So I don't know if that's a config setting we've got that doesn't let you kill villagers in a grinder. But I can spawn the villagers and I can get a lot. I just need to manually kill them until I get a until I get a trophy. But don't blame me. Blame Mikey Moo for putting the trophies in. So if you come back up here, I started escalating this guy's trades using this trading post. Now I made the trading post, so I don't have to keep going downstairs and upstairs. But what we've got is this guy started off wanting birch barricades and oak barricades. Now I borrowed some wood off people on the server, just so you know, people. If I borrowed some wood off Nems and he actually knows about it. I borrowed some off Bevo. And Bevo, your tree farms are not actually working at the minute because you need to update your thermal expansion liquiducts to the new ones. You need to take them out, recraft them. Bevo's not been on that much. In fact, the server's been a little bit quiet. There's not been very many people on, and there's not very many people making videos at the minute either. So we need to maybe have a chat about that with everyone who plays on the server. Anyway, I digress. So I borrowed some wood off people. So the first trade there is birch barricades and oak barricades. Barricades are just wood and wood together. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Like 2 oak logs gets you an oak barricade. So obviously birch barricade requires birch wood. So that got me 2 gold orberry bushes. So I started off making gold orberry bushes. Then I started escalating this guy's trades. And what I wanted to see is 1, I wanted iron, and 2, I wanted to see if I could get essence berries off this guy. So iron there, that's quite expensive. Landmines are quite expensive. They're not. They need these blank casts and Tinker's Construct. You see that's got a 1 after it. 1, 2, the ID there. That's the one that's made with the aluminium brass. If you make the ones with gold, they'd actually work in these. So you see that there? They're all asking for the 1. Now the one you make with gold has got a 2 after it. I believe I've got some in here. Look, they're the 2. So I made them 16 with gold. It's a bit easy to make them with gold. You make them in the smeltery, of course. Just pour your liquid into so it's two ingots worth into a casting basin with no other slate that makes you the blank casts. So I made like a couple of stacks of aluminium brass ones, and I kept escalating this guy's trades. And if you look, I'm well over 30. Well over 30 when I got bored. It took me ages, but I ain't stopped yet either. I need birch. I don't want to keep nicking Bevo's wood. So have I got any? Can I escalate that one more time? No, look, I'm out of birch, you see. So what I made was well, in fact, I should look at all these I've got. 51 copper, 9 tin, 9 iron, 11 gold, and 24 aluminium. I mean, aluminium, tin and copper I wasn't really trying to get, so I was really going for iron and gold. What I've used them for up to now is similar setup to Nick's. What I've set up down here is a little dark area. So what we've got is 24 gold orberry bushes. This is quite expensive and quite tricky to set. Not tricky, but again time consuming. And I've got 24 iron there, and this is of course infinitely expandable. What we've got is the oops, let's put that one. Oh, there we go. Coming to there. Autonomous activators, just set to right click. Under each one of them is an item duct, and each item duct into servo, so it's powered. These don't automatically eject, which is weird. It's in the wood, but the item is just sitting there if you don't put a servo on. And then I've got it for it's feeding the flakes into my sorting system. So I'll go upstairs and I'll show you how many I've got in a minute. You may have already seen. This I've just changed the chest for a barrel because the chest was getting quite full. So I've got 32 stacks of the These lovely nom 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 berries. Look at that. So I'll just eat a stack of them just for fun. Put that one back. So a stack of berries there, got me 30 levels. Very nice, eh? So that's what I did there. And we'll go on, we'll make them into gold and iron in a minute. Now, we'll do some of XP. Oh, that's the other thing I want to mention of XP. Dogs, the wolves and the ocelots, when you use them in here, they drop XP, liquid XP, but they also drop XP balls, and it makes things really laggy. So what I had to do was, I had to put a vacuum hopper and a barrel in each of there, so I've got some of the other liquid XP as well. Some of the open blocks liquid XP. How are you doing, sheep? You're doing alright. Oh, it looks like his thing is worn out. I've got one in here. She is nearly dead, but I'll use them for now. Get in there, you. Snip. That's just a little dumb system. It's actually miles quicker. If you want to get wool, it's miles quicker getting mob essence like this and just putting a sheep in a thing there and killing a sheep. Well, shoops, don't tell Sice I said that. It's obviously much better just shearing them, honest. But yeah, it's miles quicker killing them. If you want to get a lot of wool quick. So I needed lots of wood. If you see for all these things we need. Jungle there for the second one. Birch, bamboo. I've got loads of bamboo anyway, so that's alright. But what I did was to make things a little bit easier. I've set up 2 farms. I need more actually. But just got a real little basic tree farm here. That's nearly full. Actually, that's pretty cool. I can turn that off in just a sec. I'm guessing that's going to be full. No, it's not that full. It's interesting. I thought there'd be more in there. So I've set up these little basic tree farms. Now, these are really quite easy. MFR planter, MFR harvester, bit of conduit connecting them to just a single photovoltaic cell. This is something I tested in my live stream today on Monster, and it works really well for just a reed farm. It's a little bit slow for a tree farm, but if you're on a server and it's chunk loaded, then a little bit slow is fine. So that's actually just destroying stuff now, look. So I might as well stop this. Let's might as well stop this and get some birch saplings in there. Do the same for birch. Get rid of all them. No more of you, thank you, because I've got a full barrel. I only need a barrel full of jungle wood. I don't need any more than that, so I'm not going to bother making any more. So basically what I've got here is that automatically ejects. I've got a servo in there, so I can set the filter to jungle wood only into the barrel. I suppose that don't matter once you've got one in there. So I could have just put one in there, then that would have been fine. Then I've got a servo in there filtered, so that only puts saplings in there. That probably does matter because you get all the you get like vans and stuff in there as well. Vans like them. And then all I've done here, a nifty little trick with item ducts is if you get a wrench. Where's my wrench? That'll do one as well. You get a wrench for the works as well. If you get a wrench and you right click on an item duct, see it goes, there's normal. It'll go red, then green. You see up the top left on way left there's modes there. The red's dense, the green's vacuum. What dense means is it'll only go there if it can't go anywhere else. So that means saplings coming down here. Saplings will always go into the planter because that's a valid destination for them. And if they can't go there, only then they'll go down there. So what I've got there is just a trash can. So that means saplings will always go where you want them first, and then they'll go to the finger. So real nice little system. I didn't make it tidy because it's just temporary. I just wanted to get a barrel full of wood. So same for you. I thought I might as well get a barrel full of rubber because I might have to start an IC2 soon. Dark and raining. It's good for recording, isn't it? So down we go. Put that back on. So yeah, nice little thingy, little straight up system here. Now I was going to do another one for birch and another one for. I've got oak. I don't need oak. I'll run that until I've got a barrel full. That can now stop. I can grab my dolly, which will be in here somewhere. There we go. Pick that up with me. I can bugger off with it. And just going to put it. Yeah. Where am I going to put it? I'm actually going to put it down here for now. Just going to stash it over here somewhere. There I'll do. Nice little barrel full of jungle wood. I don't add this on that much. This is alright, but it's pulling a lot of power, and I've not actually got our processing properly set up yet, which is something I was debating doing on this episode, but I'm in two minds. The reason why I didn't do a video is I'm in two minds about what to do with stuff. I don't know whether to start an IC2 or set up a proper thermal expansion processing system, or do a factorization one. I'm still tempted to do factorization. Let me know what you guys think. Should I set up my processing through thermal expansion, factorization, or IC2? That's mainly the three options. Now, IC2 I've not started at all. This area is for IC2. And now I guess it's a good segue to talk about why I need IC2. Now, I've been doing some bees, as you know. We've updated our version, so now I can touch Binny's blocks again. We're on the latest version of Binny's mods, of forestry and Binny's mods. So that's all working again. So what I've done, I tried doing a little bit of breeding. And as of before, I noticed uranium ore in here wasn't working. Wasn't doing anything. Didn't seem to be doing anything. I was trying to do primeval and majestic into prehistoric. Primeval, majestic into prehistoric. So you get 8% base chance. So with the old way, uranium ore gives you a 10 times multiplier. A 10 times multiplier on 8% is of course 80%. If you go over 100%, no, if you go over 10 times multiplier, that's right. The old way of doing it, if you go over a 10 times multiplier, you've got a chance of making your princess into a swarmer, which means it'll die after a few more iterations, yeah? So, if you use uranium ore, it'll always multiply it by times 10. So, if you had an 8% chance, it'll take it to 80. If you had like an 100% chance, it'll take it to 1,000. But because you're not doing more than 10 times base, you still wouldn't get a spawner. There isn't many 100%. I don't think there's any 100% anyway. I'll just use that as an example. So if you use 50%, a bee that had a 50% chance, and some bees do, I think some of the demonic ones do. So a 10 times multiplier on that, uranium ore, would take that to 500% chance. But that wouldn't cause a spawn because you're not going 10 times more than base. I hope that makes sense. So with the uranium ore in there, that should give me 80%. So I should be getting a lot of mutations, and I won't getting any. So I actually went on the forestry IRC and asked a question. Has something changed? And something has changed, and now it doesn't use uranium ore to modify, but it does use uranium fuels. Now if we look at the uranium fuels, look at the fuels tool there, look, there's MOX and there's enriched, and a guy whose name I forget let me know on the forestry IRC forum, so thank you very much. I think it's called Nirek. He let me know that these guys have a chance, and so that's got something like a 64 chance, and that's got a 20 chance. That's off the top of my head, but I'm not sure if that means 64 times base or 20 times base, or so. Even it looks like or a flat % chance. I'm not sure, but it looks like things have changed a bit with that. Now the problem I've got, if I want to make these. If I want to make enriched uranium nuclear fuel, I need tiny piles of uranium. I need uranium-238. To make uranium-238, I need a thermal centrifuge, crushed uranium. Crushed uranium comes from a macerator only, or a rock crusher, which I have. I've got a rock crusher. I could use a rock crusher, I guess. Or there's bees that produce it. I've used uranium bees before. They work very nice. But it looks like I need a macerator for that. And so plutonium, again, thermal centrifuge needed. Depleted fuel rods going into it by the look of it. So to make this stuff, I need IC2. So it looks like at the minute IC2's Binny's mods and extra bees is linked to IC2. Now I'm not sure what else can be used in there, but they didn't mention anything else, so I don't know if there is anything else that can be worked. And I can't find any information anywhere apart from, I say that forestry IRC chat was what pointed me in the right direction, but I can't see any written down information anywhere. Doesn't seem to mention anything that changed logs on Binny's mods, so I'm a little bit stuck. Right, I think my mic might have moved onto my face. I'm just going to cut camera a sec. I'll be back once I've replace my mic and I will see what's next. Okay, move my mic and now it's not on my face, damn thing. It's my mic's cracked, one of the sides, so it gradually turns itself around. I've got loads of gaffer tape on it. Gaffer tape rules. It makes everything better. Anyway, I'm here at Mistcraft Mountain. I just wanted to show you something real quick. Check this out. Look how awesome this is. So this is our portal hub that Nemson's been making. See, floor and ceiling to be finished at a later date, so it's not going to stay as smooth stone. But Nemson's been working on this area, and check out Funshan's. That's how awesome is that. Funshan, of course, is Computercraft wizard, and I believe one of his subscribers made in this program. It's on advanced Computercraft monitors. So Funshan's got a picture of Funshan Bear there. Centaur is used a bit of moonstone and some clay to represent his base. Cool. Nemson's is gone a bit extravagant with a quantum field ring from Applied Logistics. I'm liking that. And no one else has set theirs yet, apart from Andy, who's Evil Nagara. I'm sure I'm saying Nagara right. Whose YouTube icon is a pumpkin, and I gave him some pumpkins yesterday because he ran out, and I think he needs pumpkins to live. And he's used a pumpkin, which makes sense. And here's mine over here. And what I tried doing, I spent about an hour on this yesterday as well, and it just didn't look good at all. I tried using microblocks to make a picture of my Minecraft face. That little skin that I spent about 2 minutes making about a year ago. I tried making that on microblocks, and it just didn't fit right in a 3x3. It needed a 4x4 to fit right, and I don't want to try and upset the apple cart by making mine different. So I need to think of something else to go in there. What I'm thinking of doing is something with redstone, with projects red timers and state cells and stuff, just so it fires. Now I think I can change these to activators, so I could get them to place and break blocks. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that or not. I think I can use the edges of this as well. So I'm going to work out something that's going to take a bit of time as well. But I want to work out something that actually moves. Now I'd like it to say place a big A and then remove it again. But activators can place that the cat pick up. You need a terrain smasher for that. I'll see. I'll work something out. Anyway, let's head back to my base. So well, go through here now. The other couple of things I wanted to mention is making steel in this is now a bit meh, especially because Railcraft now is half the amount of fuel you get out of coal and coal coke. So before, if you made, say, a stack of coal coke like this, it'd be from a stack of coal, cool. So a stack of coal blocks would maybe a stack of coal coke, yeah. Well, before that would do a stack of steel, iron blocks into a stack of steel blocks, whereas now that's been halved, so you need 2 stacks of coal blocks to make 1 stack of steel blocks. So that's a little bit on the meh side. What you can do is, if you are using any kind of similar pattern to ours, is with iron, which I haven't got very much of at all, look at that, 200 odd, and coal in your induction smelter. What have I done wrong? Is it coal dust? I think it might be coal dust. Damn it, I did it yesterday. Come on, what have I done wrong? This is going well, isn't it? Steel, Railcraft steel ingot, induction smelter, iron, charcoal, iron, coal dust. Oh, it is coal dust. So if I've pulverised that, so 2 coal dust, 1 iron. So you need to pulverise your coal into coal dust, which also gets you sulphur as a nice byproduct. You can make steel that way, so no need to make any kind of blast furnace, because of course this is all quite available early on. Now, let's just get the recipe of induction smelter. You do need a bit of invar to make an induction smelter, but that's doable without it. You can certainly use a smeltery for that. So that's worth knowing. Just while I'm over here, by the way, check this out. I filled, just for fun, resonant ender drum full of resonant ender, and I've got a destabilized redstone drum full of that. Now there, I've got them on the back of there. I've actually got servos in these, so I can pump them back in as and when I need. So you see, look, I've got 2 liquid ducts, one on the magma crucible, one on the fluid transposer. So I can pump things out or I can pump things in. So they're just going to stay there. So if I need to make any fuel cells or anything like that, I don't actually have to put more redstone in here. I can just use some of that up. And I made loads of blizz powder using snowballs and redstone. So across here, I've got loads of blizz power 545. So for that, I need saltpeter to be able to combine it into the cryothium. So I need to get a way of getting saltpeter. So I think I need to get my quarry going again, which I'm not going for here because I've got no automated processing. Now, I ran the laser drill for some time yesterday, and if you check it out, oops, not looking at ores. I've got quite a few ores to get through. So all these need processing. So yeah, setting process. Look at all that firestone. That's real hard to get normally. Laser drill gets you loads of it. Got a little bit of saltpeter, but not much. So that gives me 4 of them. Looks like that's the only way of getting it sorted. So I can make a little bit of cryothium. And there we go. That's what I meant to show you as well. The ore berries from downstairs in the little dark areas. So you can see I set up the gold one first, and then later on I set up the iron one. So I've got quite a lot of stuff out of that. Now what I need to do to process this is you can't just put these into a... You can just put these into a square. Why didn't that do that yesterday when I tried that? I thought I had to smelt these first. Yeah, gold or maybe I have to smelt first. I can't put them into a square. How weird is that? You can make these weird coins from artifice, but pretty cool you can make coins, but I don't want to use them. So the gold ones, you need to smelt into gold nuggets. And then of course the gold nuggets can be made into gold ingots. So I didn't actually make a furnace today. No furnace on its own. I'll use these. So that of course will smelt into nuggets, and nuggets of course you can turn into ingots. So each 9 of these gets me an ingot. Whereas the iron, it seems you can just straight up make into iron, which is interesting. That's good to know. Cool, so that's the other bit that I'm doing. Now, what I've done with the bees, just so I'm covering everything that I've done, I'm going to be making a bit of cursed earth down in the basement as well. Just a bit of spare in case anything goes wrong. Let's pulverise that into niter. What I've been doing with the bees is I finished up with this thing. Now I can touch these things again, because remember last version we had, I couldn't touch any of these machines. They just kicked me off the client. I had to be in there. I had a rocky pairing, which I've actually showed you in this episode. They're across in the Alvery, across at the other base over there. And I got the temperature tolerance to 5, plus minus 5, and I got the humidity tolerance to plus minus 3. And from them, I made a few, and I ran that bee through their max fertility to get me a few extra drones, which I then ran through the isolator here. I can bin all these, I think, and as you can see there, that was a spare one. I got the serums off for temperature tolerance, plus both 5, so plus minus 5 on the temperature, which I've already got one of these that I've sorted out. So in here we've got, in here somewhere, where's it gone? Temperature, both 5. And then in here we should have, what's you run out of? What's run out of power? Humidity tolerance, both 3. So with them 2 serums, you can make any bee work in the normal biome. So you can have wintry bees. If you give them that, they'll work. If you demonic bees from the nether, give them 2, they'll work here. So using just them 2 serums, you can make any bee work in your normal biome, which is really nice. So, and they'll produce all the proper things to drop as well, so no worries, because that actually changes their tolerance rather than masks it. So that's all pretty cool. And as I said, I was trying to work towards the relic bee. Now the reason why I want a relic bee, doesn't actually show me here, does it? No, I've got to actually do it off the thing up there. Get her up. So this relic bee that I'm working towards, if I press shift you can see that it's got the longest life, that's what I'm after that for. And then the other bee I wanted from the primeval here is combine that with an ocean, you get the oily bee, which I want to use for my fuel, of course, because that produces the oily combs, and we can take that one further to the refined, which produces the refined the fuel combs that are actually Buildcraft fuel. So working towards them as well, but like I said, I think I'm going to have to start IC2 for that. Well, I was off camera, by the way. I got one beta sapling and started this, so I'm up to not much, just got 60 in that, but while I'm offline that'll fill up the barrel, which is nice. I'm just binning all the rubber wood from this, by the way, but it doesn't matter because it's passive, isn't it? So yeah, so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut camera, I'm going to set up a little basic processing line for now, using the sag mills and the alloy smelters. So I'm going to connect these up to the ME network, which is pretty straightforward because, of course, I've got ME cable running behind all this. And then I can at least process that and get my quarry going again. And probably after that I'm probably going to wrap up the episode, because it's a little short one. So I should be back in a bit. Hello again, I'm back. And if I sound a bit shagged, I've just been for a run and it's killed me a bit. So I might do a bit of coughing. I've just done a little bit of tidying up in here. Now we've got Jabba barrels in the pack. I've tidied up in here, so I've got, under that one I've got an igneous extruder and an ender tank with water from my water plant. Under that one just an igneous extruder. That one is feeding into both, this is the same as what I've got on Resonant Rares actually, this bit. That one, the igneous extruder is feeding both into a, let me just show you one, into a pulverizer and into the barrel. So that one's got two outputs, and it'll share between them. So I'll put one in that way and one in that way. So it's filled that up, and it's now putting stuff into that one, and I'm out of power because it's night time. And this thing pulls far too much power for the 10 solar panels I've got running this. So I might have to change things around a bit. And then that one does the same. It puts sand up, and it puts sand to the left as well, which is a furnace which cooks the sand into glass. So that's where that's all coming from. And then this side, this is a little bit manual. I've got an igneous extruder putting cobble into there, which is gradually turning that cobble into gravel. Now the chunk is here, look, there. So this isn't fully chunk loaded. So I think this stopped. We're not meant to have chunk loaders in here, but as this, excuse me, I told you, as this is a community store for building materials, I thought it's probably okay to have this one spot loaded. I should maybe put a spot loader here as well to keep it going, but this is a little bit more manual. What I was hoping was if that's unloaded, then this part would load it with power, but it doesn't seem to be. Never mind. I might have to change it around a bit. This is manual, so this just fills up, and then you manually put them in there. And if ones that you put in there will manually fill up, so if I took some concrete out of there, then this will start putting stuff into the other furnace that's under here. There we go, look. So we've got a pipe there, putting gravel into this furnace, which is cooking that into concrete, which we can then use for all the various concrete type stuff from chisel. Wonderful. So that one bit there I just took out, I might as well, that stack should I say, I might as well turn it into a stack of concrete, which you have to do manually anyway, so I've just got a manual concrete barrel up in this corner. There we go, sorted. So there's our little community store of materials. So I've got glass in here now as well, so most of the basic building materials are there, which is nice. So back to the base. I've been messing around with that. Now what I want to do here is I've decided just for now just to do a real basic setup with the thermal expansion stuff. Now what I've done is I've made another igneous extruder here, and this one's making cobble for me. And what this is doing, I could have just used my cobble from over here, but I thought I might as well have a little dedicated one. They're quite cheap to make. And of course, I don't take any water or lava, you just got to put a bucket of each in. What that's doing is putting cobble into this pulverizer, which is pulverizing it into sand, which is feeding the sand into induction smelter, and the bonus gravel gets fed out the back into this basic import bus, which is just throwing that back into the ME network. And then also here I have got a bit of cable. There we go, one piece of cable. Also over here I have got a precision export bus and a precision import bus. So I need to set this one up. So I've got green as the input there. I want purple input from the back. So with these induction smelters you can have blue input to both, but we only want to put input to the back, so that's green and purple. So green and purple I guess together would equal blue, maybe ish. So I want to put stuff into there, and then I want everything to come out this side. So we go to the orange, so you get red, yellow, then orange. So everything will go into the ME network through this. I want that to move stacks, and I want that one to move stacks. And then in this, I'm just going to put my basic ores. So I'm going to have copper, tin, iron, gold, silver and lead. I always do in the same order so I don't get mixed up. So there's our basic ore. So what that's going to do is that's going to start putting stuff in there, and what this gets is we get a chance at getting a rich slag. Now let's just turn that back to red for a second. You should see some rich slag get built up here, I think. What's the chance of that happening? So sand with 10% chance. So it's not much chance at all then really, but there's a small chance, I guess, of getting some rich slag there with sand. Not much though. 10% there, 5% with silver. So I might get a little bit of rich slag, which I can then use to triple up on our dark iron. Of course, we're not going to get enough redstone to do all this, all the redstone is in cinnabar, but for now, that's a nice little system that will quickly get through the little bit of ore I've got. Now, it won't keep up with a quarry, but my system's robust to hold all the ores, especially now that I've got a what do you call it? There, dedicated for ores. That 64k storage cell will hold all the ores if I get a quarry running, and it'll just have them all sat in there nicely for me. And then when I come back, the quarry stops. Then because the base is chunk loaded, it'll just gradually deal with all this, unless of course I turn my system off, and then it just stops everything, which is nice. Clear my throat again. God, running kills me, man. I did 2 miles. It's hard work. I'm doing a 10k run in June, so I need to start building up. So I've started off 10 minutes through the week, and I'm up to 2 miles. So one last thing before I go. This is exactly the same as what I've done in Resident Raz. If we're looking at ores here, there's certain other things that we want to do with fortune, lapis, diamonds, emeralds, nether quartz. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's fortunable. I'm sure it is. Is it? Let's have a look. We get the same thing every time when we break one of these with fortune. That's certainly fortunable. So what I want to do is a quick little setup here, and once that's done, it's nice and easy, and I'll be wrapping up in about 2 minutes once we get this done. So I was going to have, that needs power as well, doesn't it? Right, I've not got the power line ready for this, so give me 2 minutes, I'll get the power line sorted, and then we'll install this block smasher, and we'll be good to go. Back in a bit. Okay then, I'm back, and the video is actually getting quite long. I thought it was about 20 minutes, but I'm nearly 40 minutes. So what I've done is I've put my block smasher down here. There's nothing going into it at the minute. What I've got is, I put it down here because it's just easy to get to both power and my import, my ME lands. I think gonna change where the power line runs in this place at some point, but for now it's alright. So I might have to move some of this around at some point. What we need in this thing is we need power, which I'm going to give it in just a minute. Let's give it power now. There we go. Give it some power, and you see its power line fills up. Now it also needs mob essence. So what I've got is, I could very simply, because it's only here, this is my mob essence out. I could easily wire that to that, but I had some ender tanks spare anyway from when I used to have the farms across the other base. So I'm going to turn that. So that's light grey, green, same as that one. Light grey, green. So that'll pull mob essence from the drum system. So that's going to put mob essence in there. What I want to do here is click it up to fortune 3, like so. Now I've got 4 diamond ore. I've put diamond ore as the thing in there. So if I put my diamond ore back in here, you'll see that. Right, it's going to get put into there. Where you at, diamond ore? What could be affecting that then? Always active. Move stacks. That should be working. Ah, it's the import bus. Idiot. Try that again. In fact, let's look at ours. And I want to confirm that and Certus quartz, I think they're both fortunable. If anyone knows otherwise, please let me know. Lapis, I don't want to put redstone in there yet because I want to get some of that cinnabar stuff. I'll put lapis in there. Dark iron I certainly don't want to put. Well, no, not in there anyway. I don't want to put dark iron in that either over there, so I got confused a bit then. So, this is weird having it this way around. So I'll put diamond ore in there. So now you'll see it'll put diamonds in here. So we only got 1 that first time. Got 3 the second time by the look of it. So what that does, that basically it's blocks with fortune free. It uses some mob essence to pay for the fortune part of it. There we go. Bang them in there as well. And let's just turn that off for a second. Let's say active with signal, so we'll see what we get. So we've got 3 emeralds out of that one. So we've got 6 lapis. Jesus, I've got 20 lapis out of that first one. 24 out of that one. Ah, Jesus. It's a lot, isn't it? So, 8 out of that one. 20 odd. That's crazy. 8 out of that one. And only 6 out of that one. So, there we go. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. Thank you, as always, for watching. And I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.